theory, right? Lastly, we looked at number theory. Right, we talked about how the numbers evolved from natural to real numbers. Talked about significant figures. We talked about additive identity and all those properties of numbers, right? Today we're moving on to some consumer arithmetic and simple things like ratios. So what I'm showing you here is that something that we could use if you have a ratio. So if you have a ratio of 5 to 3 to 2, right? We had to be able to represent what fraction the ratio represents. All right. So here is a nice little formula that you could use. So 5 represents 5 over 5 plus 3 plus 2, that's 10. Right? Here represents 3 tenths, here represents 2 tenths of the whole thing. That's okay? I'm okay with that? Right? What about if we had a ratio 7 to 4 to 2? What would this 7 represent? 7 over how much? 13, right? Here is 4 and 13, and here is 2 and 13. So sometimes we have to take a ratio and be able to represent what fraction it represents. But okay with that? So all we're doing, we're taking that number and we're summing it total and put it over it, right? And turn it into a fraction. Right, then some quick rules that we need to remember about cost and profit and discount, profit, sales tax, loss, something. And then I want to show you how to do compound interest, right? Let's do me a quick favor and I'll just write these little formulas down. Okay, ignore compound interest. It's shown. Huh? Yeah, you all see that? Ignore the compound interest formula, right? Right, ignore the consumer arithmetic, compound. Right, so we need to know how to find discounts. Of course, it's selling price by the percentage discount. How you identify the profit, that is selling price minus the cost price. How you identify loss, cost price minus selling price. Right, and of course, how to find simple interest and profit, right? Let me look at this thing. I'm going to right? These are things that you should have an idea about. If you're going to restaurants and you see a little 20% discount, you should be able to put it out. All right? 50% discount. Right? On a particular class, what I will do is we will spend some time doing these questions of multiple choice, no calculator. Right? Because when you do multiple choice, you have to look, not allowed to use calculator. So we'll spend some time to do it. Okay, start. Or that's good. Also, that right? I want to spend some time on compound interest, right? I want to make sure you understand the difference between simple interest and how to calculate compound interest. Appreciation and depreciation as well. Right, Rahim, Mohammed, Rahim, Aliyah. That's her name, Aliyah. Can I pronounce the first name? Zakira. Zakira. Huh? Oh, next year, yeah. Zakira. What's it? Barrington. How do you pronounce the first name? Okay, no, I remember Barrington. Aliyah. Yolanda. Patish. Oh, Patish. Okay, I remember. Yes, messaging online. Savina. Sabina. The same name you use in advance? It's Savira or Sabina? It's an R. Right. So that's the same question. Flanders. No, she didn't come. Adelia. Adelia didn't come either. Tishana. She not class. Alia. Alia Gopal. Gangaram. I pronounce the first name. Adali. Annalie. Kimura. All right, Akil, right? Chloe. Megan. Ivana. Anya. Jason. Jason online. And if you didn't hear your name, I have to add it here, right? All right, so let's take a look at if you didn't hear your name, add your name and contact here from an office. Right. So let's just spend some time on consumer arithmetic and so on, right? Yeah, all right, feed up your number, so I'll add it. So I want you to understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest, right? Simple interest is the same. Hmm? Yeah. Something do good. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. And what do we do with these? What do we do with these? I just wanted to do the transfer. Yeah. All right. Oh, no, I want to do it to the office now. Okay. Okay. So we need to understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest, right? So let's just say we put some money in bank, right? Let's say we put a principal of $5,000, right? A principal of 5,000 and the rates that we're going to get, let's give you a 10% rate, all right? I'll give you a little 10%. And we want to leave it for 2 years, right? Let's see the difference in the interest from compound interest and from simple. All right? Let's do simple interest first. Really easy. Simple interest formula, as you will have it there, is principal by rate by time in years. So this time here must be in years. Are you okay with that? Time must be in years. So if you have 6 months, convert to years. All right, and then you divide by 100. So the principal is 5,000 by rate, which is 10. Sorry, 5,000 by 10 by 2 years, all over 100. Right? That'll cancel. How much is that? That is 100 by 10. Correct? So that is that. That's 500 by 2. Correct? Check it out, make sure calculator. Yeah, right. So the simple interest that you're going to get after 2 years is 100. Okay, 1,000. Sorry, 1,000. $1,000, right? But this is using simple interest. Let's check out compound interest now. Compound interest means after 1 year, right, you will acquire some amount of interest, right? So you start, let's say you started with E. After 1 year, you will have X dollars now. Then after 2 years, the interest will be based on this X, not this E. All right. So it might make sense there, but let's put these numbers into the formula and see what will happen. Same thing. I have a principle of exact same conditions. 5,000, a rate of 10% time 2 years. But we follow in a compound interest method. Are you okay with that? Before we do it, which one you'll think would be higher? The compound interest method or the simple interest method? Compound will give you more money. Yeah, if you had to guess. Compound. All right, so let's see. So we check in after 1 year. After year 1. Same formula we use it, simple interest. So we're using the simple interest formula. Principal by rate by time. But this time is just 1 year. Okay, so if you put this money in January, we're trying to see by the next January how much we have. Are you okay with that? So the simple interest here is how much? The simple interest here will be 5,000 by the rate is still 10 by 1 year all over 100. This will cancel and we'll get 500. So after 1 year it's still up 500. Okay, after year 2 now, right? How we going to get the simple interest, right? The simple interest will be, so you say you made 500 the first year, right? Yeah, 500 the first year. Second year now, simple interest, same thing, principal by rate by time. Did the rate change? No, the rate is still 10%. We're still getting 10%. Still 1 year because we're trying to find for year 2 alone. Right? But what will change now? At the start of year 2, we have more than 5,000. We have how much? We have 5,500. Okay? This is the principal plus the simple interest from the first year. Okay with that? So 5,500 by 10 by 1. All right, Tariq, you okay with that there? And this is how much? That'll cancel, so that'll be 5,500. Sorry, 550. You okay with that? So what will be the total? What will be the total interest? The total interest here will be 5,500 plus 500. Sorry, 550 plus 500. I don't know why I keep saying that. Okay, so the answer is 1,050. So you made up $50 extra using compound interest. Are you okay with that? Sure. Right? Imran, trouble? So the first one, simple interest, use the formula. This formula, all you have to do is just make sure you're putting the right number of years. Okay? Here, you have to work 1 year at a time. Okay? It is compound interest. After you find the simple interest on the first year, you add this to your principal. Right? That'll be the new amount you're starting that year with. And then you find the interest on that. Okay? So after 2 years, the total interest using this method is this plus this, which will give you 1,050. That's okay? Are you okay with that? Copy down compound interest. Okay? Copy down compound interest. You have to add the interest of the year before to the principal. Right? Right, so that is your component. Pretty much appreciation. When we look at depreciation, there was no change. Yeah, Tariq, you're saying something there? I guess speak, anyway, I'll guess speak also this one for next week. Yeah, now to add in these names. Just so you just moving me. Look at it. All right, so we're gonna try one, right? Yeah, we're ready. Two groups, right? Next 3 minutes. Huh? Which one is that one? Huh? Yeah. You sign up with us here. No, no. Sign up for some stuff. So. Long, 2 classes. Finish. So here's what I do it from same thing, just to make sure you have the hang of it. Let's change it slightly. Let's give them some more interest, 25% interest. Right? Principal of 7,000. And instead of going 2 years, let's go 3 years. So you have to go do this one more time. Once you handle up. Right? Do that, please. Simple interest on this and compound interest on the same thing. Take your time. Right. What is this one? Hello, sir. Right. Wow, I want to list again. Right? I don't want to get mixed up with 4s and 5s. Huh? Right? Apart from the list again, you'll put your name and you'll just take it if you're in form 4, form 5, or if you're doing it privately for the school. Okay? I will separate this. Take a time and this, please. So for 3 years, go for the simple interest and you do the compound interest after 3 years. Okay, doing year one, work it out here, two, work it out here. So, brackets around it, right? We're using this. We're using brackets around it, right? And then divide by 100. Oh, work it out and then put it on. $7,000, we change it. No, everything is a 1 year, 1 year. You said every 1 year. Right? When you're using compound interest, remember you're doing this formula 1 year all the time. This doesn't ever become 2 or 3. Right? So for the first year, you're using the new principle, the new rate, but 1 year. Compound interest. Huh? Yeah, but I still have this simple interest. When you're using the same formula here, but time is always 1 year. Right? 1 year work it out, add it, 1 year work it out, add it. Patrick, you ready yet? All right, ready? Time up. Let's see what you got. So it's 7,000 by 25 by 3 years, all over 100. How much is that? What's the interest here? 5. 525. Just round it up to the nearest whole number. 525, nearest whole number. Nice. That's all? Oh,
It's zero. Yeah.
That's the interest. After 3 years, right? So 5250 is the interest after 3 years. Let's check out compound interest now. So this is the first year. Double with that. Right? First year. So after the first year, we're going to work out the interest, right? So the interest will be 7,000 by 25 by 1 all over 100. How much is that? One.
1752.
Yeah, nice. So now so on the second year now, what do? We add 1,750 to the 7,000. So that'll be 8,750. Okay? Right? So if you want right here, you can write new principal. New principal will be 7,000 plus 1,750, which is 8,750. Tweak, you'll see nothing. Fifth, you'll see in there. So simple interest is this now. On this now. Multiply by 25 by 1 all over 100. Right? When you work this out, how much you got? 2,000. 197. 2187. Thanks. Point. 0.52. Well, let's round the top, right? Around the top, right? 2188. Hello? Yeah, sorry. People outside to pick up things, right? Class. Yeah, fine. Right? Third year now. Anybody confused? Everybody okay? It's a little bit long. Everybody okay with that? Third year. Simple interest. That would be adding 2188 to this. How much is that? 10,000 and how much? 937 by 25 by 1 year over 100. How much is that? How much you got there? How much? I'm going to get my calculator. Right? 27.25. So I just rounded it off, right? 2734. You okay with that? So we have 1, 2, 3. So therefore the total interest. The total interest is 1750 plus 2188 plus 2734, which is 72. Right. So that's the total interest on compound interest. You got that 6672. Wait, not seeing it there. I carry move that camera side. Right, 6672. Everybody okay with that? Yeah, Chloe? So you're doing it 3 times, right? You do it once, add that value on. Do it a second time, add that value on. Third time, add that value on. Yeah, Imran? All okay with that? So that's the way compound interest will work. Any questions? Yes, you will. Why you're not up? You gotta find out. Huh? You got one factor. We got a factor as well. Any questions online? Any questions, Olia? Next subheading is depreciation. Now, next subheading is depreciation. That is some currency and things to wrap up. Right, so we're doing depreciation now. Anybody give me a little help on depreciation? Everybody, all names here? Yeah. So I need some help. How are we doing depreciation? Soraya, any ideas? Huh? No ideas, Soraya? So if I tell you this car here, or this bottle of water, right? This bottle of water depreciating every year. Right now it's worth $100, but every year it goes down in value. That's how cars work, right? It will go down in value unless you're adding on things there. But let's see. Right, very good. Soraya. So the value is going to get lower and lower. So every year, a particular percentage of it will drop. So let's say we have this car, right? This car is worth $1,000, right? And it depreciates by 10% every year, right? Every year, the value of that car is going to depreciate by 10%, right? It's very similar to what we're doing here, but instead of adding, you will have to drop it, right? So guys, this is how much it works on year 0. So you're now 5, right? After 1 year, it's going to depreciate by it depreciates by 10%. Right? Depreciating by 10%. So after 1 year, it's going to lose 10% of this value. Right? So what we can do is we can work out what the depreciated value will be. So let's work out 10% of the original value. Right? So that'll give you what? Right? That will give you $100. So after the first year, it's going to lose the value by 100. That's okay? So the car now is worth same car. The car is now 1,000 minus 100. So the car is now worth $900. You okay with that? Now let's do our next year now. I have no blue markers. So now we want to check it out after 2 years. So after 2 years, again, it's going to depreciate by the same value, 10%. Okay, so we're going to find 10% of what? The 1,000 or the 900? 900, right? 10% of 900, right? That'll cancel and that'll be $90. So the new value of the car is what? The new value of the car will be the 900 minus 90. Right? So that'll be 810. Smaller and smaller. The depreciation. All right. And that's the way depreciation will work. Kind of in the reverse of compound interest. Instead of adding this value, to minus it. That's okay? So that's the concept of depreciation. Okay, make a note of that. Right? So remember the minus, right? Hmm? Pencil. Is yours? Ah, okay, that's something. All right, let's start here and let's do some higher purchase something, right? So this is a past paper. This is oh, probably June 2013. June 2013. Let's give this a try here. Try that, please. Take your time, read it through. And write a little small statement. Get them a little small statements. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. How about you try it? Based on what you know, try it. Right, so based on what you learned a little while ago, try it. Before today, that's one. Oh, this. Anything with my moves along high up in front, right? Can I start? Yeah. You started? Right, so we have Faye here, right? Faye borrowed 9,600 at 8% per annum. Compound interest, right? So we have to kind of follow the technique that we did a little while ago. At the end of the first year, she repaid 4,368. Sorry, calculate the interest on the loan for the first year. Okay, so for the first year, we're going back with the same simple interest formula, but we're using time as 1 year, right? That's okay. So I will do it right here. I just need a little help with the numbers, right? So this simple interest here, doing it right here. That simple interest will be principal by rate by time over 100. The principal is 9,600. The rate is 8%, and the time is 1 year, all over 100. How much is that? How much? 768. Okay, so that's the interest, right? So calculate the interest on the loan, 768. But now, at the end of the first year, right? Right? How much she owing at the end of the first year before you make the payment? How much she's owing? She's owing 9,600 plus the 768. Okay, that's before she made the payment, right? By the way, the answer for part 1 is just simply 768, right? I just kind of building up to answer part 2. So 9,000, how much you get in there? Remember the exact value, no? Nice. So at the end of the year, before she makes this payment, she's owing 10,368. That's okay. Now she's going to repay this amount. So we're going to minus off 4,368, right? And we end up with how much? How much? $6,000. So how much did she still owe at the beginning of the 6th year? That's $6,000. So she's still owing 6,000. We add on her interest and we minus off a payment, 4,368. Are you okay with that? Yeah? Yeah, you okay with that? Calculate the interest on the remaining balance now. So the remaining balance is how much? 6,000. So we need to calculate the interest. So simple interest on the 6,000. So it's 6,000 by 8% for 1 year, all over 100. That'll cancel and we get what, 480? Okay, right. 480. Right, so get them a little bit of statements and try to work it in, right? Do this plug-in numbers and get them a little bit of statement. Let's go again. Let's try something a little different. Finish. Somebody write it. Finish, right? All right. Let's do some let's do this profit loss here. Read that, fill in the blanks. And then let's we get squeezed in our exchange rate, right? Okay. Fill in the blanks here. Okay. Let's put part one, fill in the blank, part two. Have we done? So cost price is 55, selling price is 44. So the percentage profit or loss. How are we doing that? How are we doing percentage profit or loss? Right, so her profit looking like a loss. Looking like a loss. So to get the percentage, we take the cost price and we work out the loss on top, right? So that's 55 minus 44. That's 11. 11 and 55 is 1/5. So the answer is 20%. Yeah, so that's a 20% loss. That's okay? Are you okay with that? Covered? Sure. So if the profit is 25%, what is the selling price? Sorry, what's the cost price? Yeah? 80? How you get that? How you get that now? It divided by 5 and multiply by 4. Hold it up. What else we could do? What does this 100 here represent? And that represents the cost price plus the plus profit, right? So any way for us to work backwards and get it? One of the things that we could do is something like this, right? We don't know the cost price. Right? Actually, let's find an easier way. That's an easier way, right? 25% profit means that this $100 here represents the original 100% plus the profit. Correct? So therefore, 125% is equal to $100. That make any sense? Yeah? No? So your $100, right? And that represents your original price, cost price, plus the profit. Right. And the profit is 25%. So it means that that $100 there represents 125%. Okay? So all you have to do now is to find for the cost price, which is 100% of the value. So we could find for 1%, which is 100 over 125, then multiply that by 100. How much is that? Take it faster, man. 100 divided by 125 and then multiply that answer 80. Right? And that's exactly what the Sean said. Okay? Right, let's squeeze in one more. You got okay with that? So the selling price is a combination of the profit and the original price. Okay? Taking it up here. Last thing I'm done. Do that faster, man. Currency. Currency. Do that. Try that fast. Try that fast. Right, let's work out this and finish up there, right? Right, so we know EC1, right? So here's how you work it out, right? EC 270 to TT, right? Oh, sorry, EC to TT. So we're using this one here. So EC 40 cents. EC 40 cents is equal to TT $1. All right. So we want to find for one EC. So divide this by 0.4, you'll get 1. Divide this by 0.4, how much you'll get? You will get 215, 512, yeah, 2.5. 250. Okay? All okay with that? Next, US 80 to EC. So coming up here now. I know that one US. I know one US is 270. So 80 US will be 80 multiplied by 270 in EC. How much is that? 216. 216 EC. And lastly, you want to convert TT to US. So what we have to do is figure out that conversion, right? So we have a few options. We know that for every EC, it's 250 TT. And we know that for every one US, it's 270 EC. So what we could do is we could get rid of that 2,070 EC and convert that to TT. That's okay? So we can multiply 2.7 by 250. Now we have everything in TT. Correct? How much is 250 by 270? 2.5 by 2.7. 6.75. So one US is equal to 6.75 TT. That makes sense? I convert the EC to TT. So now we know our relationship. 6.75 TT to 1 US, which kind of sounding right. Yeah. So here's what we know. We know that TT 675 is equal to US $1. So we need to find 648. How are we doing that? Find for $1 and then find for 648. That can work. So 1 TT is equal to 1 US divided by 6.75. And then 648 will be 1 over 6.75 multiplied by 648. You all will recognize that I will always use this technique. Like I'll always have a relationship here. Then I will find for one, then find for what I need. Okay? If you understand that concept already, you can skip out this line and go straight here. Okay? But I like to follow that pattern. Find a relationship, find for one, then find for how much you need. Okay? Yeah? So how much is that? 648 divided by 6.75. 648 divided by 6.75. How much? 9.96. Right? 9.6. Yeah? Right, yeah, it have other ways as well. What's your, I'm gonna hear your shortcut. Say it again. You divide. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of similar to what we did in the beginning, but I can work too. That sounds good. All right, that sounds good. All right, nice. So that's it. We create a relationship, then we find for one, then find for what you need. All right. So nice. Next day we